Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Counter-Strike Confederation Season 14. Tonight we got Matchday 9. We're going to be taking a look at the recruit tier tonight. We got Abysswalker's First Son versus Nade's Nade Stack. I'm joined by my co-host Nexus. We are at Sunny Mirage, and it's going to be a great game tonight. Nexus, how are we feeling?
I don't want to cast with you anymore after saying that Mirage pun. Can we
Oh my gosh.
production, can we get a new wait, I'm production.
You are
I have
production, bro.
control. I
It's
have
literally just me and
control.
Nexus tonight. Like there's no one else. It's just me and
Yes.
Nexus running the stream, so
Please,
have fun, y'all.
if you would like to learn how to cast or just want to give it a shot, please you know apply to the media committee for the casters role, and even observing as well. I'm hoping to look into getting the FA Coliseum. For those of you who don't know, that the FA Coliseum was a player run organization, I guess. Mainly
Mhm.
just GMs, or I think it was like some mods as well. I think it was a part of events committee as well. That would essentially is just a combine, but for free agents who would like to show off their skill. Now, of course, signed players who are already on the team can participate, but they are going to have lower priority, and all this other nonsense. We'll get more into that once the actual FA Coliseum starts. But if you guys really want that to be a thing, type it in chat. Maybe just ask here and there every so often about when the FA Coliseum is going to come back there, and that way you can practice your observing and casting as well here. But as you mentioned, Crash, we are here on Mirage. Now there is a storyline behind this. I don't know if you guys remember, but last season in the playoffs match, it was ABW versus NAN, and ABW I believe was undefeated and ended up losing playoff match and out of the entire season. I think it was like quarters or semis, and I think Nan went on to go either win or lose in the finals. But either way, it was a crazy victory. I almost swore there. It was a crazy victory for the NA Nades, and definitely one to watch ahead.
Absolutely. And yeah, NA Nade's the defending champion from last season. This team has been on a bit of a rocky situation as of recently. A couple of match days ago, they benched their main opper Bun, who was their championship winner. They replaced him with I Am Arch, who was acquired in a trade from Hellfire. I Am Arch has been doing well. They had benched for the last match day, but he's going to be back today. So I am curious to see whether or not his performance is affected or what specifically that was about. But regardless, Nan looks like a decently strong team headed into this. But absolutely, I still believe that ABW is the favorite to win this one. They've been on a roll recently, and they may have had like 6 overtime games this season, but they've won all of them. Right? ABW is a team that when push comes to shove, they know what it takes to win, and I think that that's absolutely reflective in all of their scoreboards. Warm up is over. Knife round is not needed, as Matt Bansford done previously, and 10 seconds left in the buy phase. What do you think we're going to see here, Nexus?
Honestly, with a lot of these nades, I feel like these CTs are going to be going for an aggressive space control. They want to take some sort of space. They want to take either palace, apps, or even middle with those mollies, just so that the T's don't have to bum rush a site. And it's looking like they're grouping up towards middle. There's a couple of smokes flying out here, and they're going to be landing towards connector and window respectively. It's going to be a beast split here, Crash.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it. Well, it won't be much of a split. I think they're just going to go B from Cat. And they're not accounting for the connector player. Clevey Wonder takes his head off. Tech 9, and this game has started. Big nade. What a nade it was, and that is incredible. Akeljo's got one. Is he find the last one? No, he won't. One con with a P2K. What a toss that was from Akeljo. Man. Shout out Synthronix dealing all that damage from connector, making that triple possible. But man, what a toss from Akeljo to start this game off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a telltale sign, right? The two smokes coming in for connector and window really just kind of signify that they're going to be going for either a cat split or a full-on cat rush. That perfectly placed nade to help, Synthronix, I believe, get that, at least the damaging connector was really huge. But then Akeljo, buying that HE was huge. As a B player, you need to have some sort of utility and know when to properly use it. Just like one con here, can be jump spotting, but they stop walking, Crash.
Ooh, yep. Cutting noise. One con sees that one. Molotov goes out, and Clevey goes ahead of it. They're running past it. He's the only one in that XM makes short work of him. his health bar in half and then gets rid of the rest. Flash for ramp from Synthronix, but it's not necessary. One con sees 1, 2, and 3. The only one they don't have eyes on is the fourth one. These guys are pinned. NAN has to turn around. They have to make some kind of move right now. They're just waiting to get pinched, and pinched they are. A Keljo from behind with an MP9. Arch holding the angle. He does a serious amount of damage, but a Keljo flying shot. Big play from him, and that nade's going to go in and deal some damage. No, it won't. But I think Synthronix is getting hungry. He's getting dicey for these kills, and Tubby finds one through the bucket. Or excuse me, through the board. But Synthronix will find the other one, and ABW have a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, an early technical timeout for the Nade stack. 2 quick rushes isn't really what worked out, and I believe that maybe throughout the rest of the season that's what they've been doing. They've been getting away with these aggressive pushes, and so when someone like Synthronix, who's doing their homework to really figure out how the Nade stack really play, is the ideal way an IGL should be playing. Not playing for stats, not playing for getting the multi-kills like Keljo, who's 6-0 right now, 216 ADR. Synthronix is doing the homework, making sure that they know how to be playing this game properly, how to counterplay against such an aggressive team. And so far, it's working. It was a good play by one con to toss that molly early, just jump spotting, and just taking a lot of damage there. The Nade stack really did kind of just wait for a bit too long without making a move, which allowed the rest of the players to really rotate in behind them, pushing it through mid. You saw that flash in from under palace to help clear out ramp as well. So First Son are not afraid to take space, and they're really keen on just going in on it just to really make a Nade stack uncomfortable. It is a tech pause though, Crash. So I'm curious to see what you think.
That is interesting. I'm not entirely sure, but I will say about that last round, I think Clevie Wonder pushing ahead of that Molotov and then dying alone without his teammates there to back him up, I think was definitely one of the turning points of that round. And then NAN staying in apps for so long, a one con already knows they're there, right? That Molotov doesn't just come out for no reason. Right? He knows that they're there, and they should know that he knows that they're there. At that point, if I'm the IGL, I'm either calling push past altogether, and we all push past the molly, or I'm turning around and we're going somewhere else because we're about to lose all other areas of the map really fast if he's calling all apps. Because that means everybody else on all the other points of the map are going to be rotating over, they're going to be taking space, and that's space that we need in order to be able to possibly make this round work. We're already down in the fact that we do not have any guns or armor, so every little bit is going to help out right there. And I think them staying in apps despite being seen and losing a man was definitely where NAN went wrong in that last round.
Yeah, it really does bring up the saying, though. It's better to do a dumb play together than to make a good play individually, right? It's better to just be as a team and move as a unit, because the Glocks, while they may not do a lot of damage, if there's 4 Glocks shooting your head, it just takes a couple of shots for really to work out here. But the guns are going to be coming out for the Nade stack. Only SMGs for the first song, so they're going to have to play really aggressive and really up in their face if they want to make these SMGs work.
We'll have to see. Pushing up mid is 1. It's a lot of early mid control from Keljo. He's on fire so far, but I'll have to contend with the AK of DJ Jazzy Jesse. He does so successfully. Drops the head. 4 versus 5. NAD down in man advantage. We've got 1 pushing an underpass. It's amped, it's 2 amped, and I am Arch. Still trying to push around. Keljo is aware, and he's moving while shooting. That's not ideal. Crosses the HE, and he's just going to elect to get out of there. So really, really smart heads-up play from Keljo. He knows he has man advantage. All he has to do is get the damage and fall off. He's not getting aggressive. You'd see a lot of other players in this league re-aggress and try and get that kill that he missed out on. But Keljo makes the smart play, and look at how he's about to be rewarded for it. Spam from window through the smoke, and will he get the head? Maybe not. Amped lives to fight another day, but they are running out of days to fight. 50 seconds. Out ramp. We've got 1 and 2 down. Notorious takes down Confidence. Clevie Wonder answers in kind, gets him a double kill, and now Keljo will find Arch elsewhere, but it's a 2 versus 3 with the bomb going down on the A site. Not looking good here for NA Nades. They're going to need a miracle and a half to win this one. Amp finds 1, not 2. Tubby's there to make the play. MP9 drops him. They know that he's ramp. All they have to do is stick while Keljo watches ramp. And time is ticking. Half the time off the bomb. He's slowly clearing it, and he finds him. And now this just got a whole lot more difficult for ABW. Are NAN going to win the 2 versus 3? It's coming down to the wire. I don't think Covey's going to try and go for this. He picks up the kit. He's going to drop the flash. He hears him running behind him. He's got too much time. Going down, but it's too little, too late. Covey can't find the defuse, and NAN will take their first round.
A good clutch by Clevie Wonder there, really just playing the time, but also Keljo getting a little bit too aggressive. not really playing with, I guess their teammate there in Covey. If any sort of utility, you can drop utility now. Maybe ask for a flash. Maybe try to smoke off the bomb. I know Killjoy had one. You really have to communicate that with your team. But on top of that, a little bit of luck came in for the first Sun, as there's an HE that went off and the gunfire from both the Killjoy and Clevie Wonder in ramp, which covered the sound of the defuse. Had Covey stuck the defuse, they probably would have just won the round at that point. Clevie Wonder went to go play a little bit more passive, and with not a lot of time left, a lot of that pressure was getting on there for the first Sun. So overall, still a good round for the Nade stack. I mentioned, not break the economy, but put it in an area where it can now be broken coming into this next round. It depends on who wins and how badly they win it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight going into these next couple of rounds. They've got them on the inside in Parabolum, but are they going to be able to make it stick? We'll see. And Clevie Wonder, obviously, in that last round, proving why he's got the championship ring. That NAN roster last season was one of the best teams I think Recruit Tier has ever seen, and went under a lot of people's radar over the course of the season. They just barely made play-ins, but then they shocked the world in the postseason, and they left as champions, looking to recreate some of that success again this season. Obviously, they've not been off to, again, not a great road they've been on so far this season, but they are definitely not down and out yet, as we just had a couple of teams mathematically eliminated from postseason last match day. So that's 2 steps closer for them to make the play-ins. Because remember, it doesn't exactly matter how good of a season you have. All you have to do is make it, and this team proved that last season. All you got to do is get your foot in the door. Once your foot's in the door, if you can perform from that point out, it doesn't matter. All that matters is whether or not you have a ring on your finger by the end of that match.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was really good for the Nade stack to really not play with those SMGs. They knew that they were going to be saving, or at least going for a force buy there. And they didn't play as hyper-aggressively as they should have. Now the A hit is coming in.
Notorious finds one, won't be the second. Trades and kills come back out. Leaves a 3 versus 2. Synthronix left alone on Cat to deal with Coffin Eyes. He will successfully, but it's going to cost him a lot of health, and they may not be able to go for this now. Bomb's not down yet, now starts to get planted. I am Arch, watching CT, waiting for him. Elbow sticks out, finds the shot. And will he find this man pushing from Cat? And he will flick up, not there. Synthronix is going to run away. I don't think he is counting on winning this one. And to be fair, I don't think his odds are great either. So he's going to hide away. Nade stack have tied us up at 2.
Yeah, just a really quick change of pace, right? We saw in the first couple of rounds that Nade stack were trying to go for an aggressive hit towards the B site with that cat split and the apps rush, but they always paused a second before they wanted to go. Here, they didn't pause at all. They just went straight in, causing huge mayhem. They were tossing flashes, smokes were coming in at the perfect times, and the entries were doing their job. They were getting the frags. Notorious had a good play there with that self flash, just couldn't team the spray of the M4A4. So a good solid attempt, but was nothing really to show for it. I am Arch now picking up the op. I know you mentioned, Crash, that Nade stack have left their opera in Bun, so I'm assuming Arch is going to be picking up the op, and maybe they can fill in the shoes of Bun.
We'll have to see. So far, so good for them, as they've tied this game back up at 2. And again, another broken economy here for the CTs. The only one with a gun is Synthronix. Op shot exchanged on ramp. Jazzy just, he's dropped the bomb in mid. If this goes wrong, it's gonna be absolutely massive for ABW. Synthronix finds one, but a Killjoy will find the second with a USP. DJ Jazzy just and Clevie Wonder both go down. Bomb is unsecure. Coffin Eyes finds one swinging out of connector. They've got rifles. Can they hold on to the bomb? Because remember, the bomb is on this side of the map now. Covey's still walking around the B side trying to find the bomb. Amp swings out, drops Synthronix. Akeljo's got one, and he can't make it a second. Swings out, tries to drop Amped. It's not successful, and Arch! Big shot through Fart. And Covey's going to be sitting here close on this angle, and I am Arch! Big heads-up play from him. To expect that Cat player there. Wow, big play from him right there. And NAN's taking the lead at 3.
Yeah, a good attempt there by Synthronix that saved M4 and 1S coming in to really do some good damage, picking up 2 quick kills. Just not really confident in holding the angle. Was scared of someone coming in from either connector, window, or underpass. But there was a player in top mid boxes, so having a little bit more faith in your teammate to hold your back and watch your back there is much needed. And also just straight up, I guess, winning the gunfight. But winning the gunfight is almost always going to be 50-50. It's never something you're going to really see us really talk about just because it is so, you know, chaotic and random. It's not something that we are going to be taking into account here. But yeah, I am March. Great Tracer, great frags coming in. And another wide swing. Good shot by
Keljo takes off the head of Jazzy Jess. That's another first death for her. So we'll see how that plays out in the round 4 versus 5. Ooh, Amp's elbow stuck out for a split second, and I think Covey saw it, but he's going to like to back off as another smoke dips into window. Covey has heard this, and he's still pushing towards that position. They're walking out on A. They're walking out on A, and Synthronix has no idea. He's hiding behind triple, and now he's under balcony, and now we'll see what swing out. It's Notorious, drops him with a flash from Synthronix. That flash 3 times already this game, and it's worked to perfection here. Amp finds Notorious, but Covey answers back, and Keljo finds Arch in connector. Synthronix will drop Clevey from behind. ABW picked up and in place. 3-3, your new score.
Yeah, look at the money for the Nade stack now. He's taking another tactical timeout to really figure out what they want to do here. Clevey Wonder, $1,400, while I Am March is able to buy an op. Not everyone can fully invest in the round, but maybe... Oh, he goes to now sell off the AWP there. And, yep, they're just discussing on what to buy here. It's a little bit difficult when you're in this situation, right? You're now tied up. It's still early on in the half, so maybe even a save is justifiable here. But they're going to be picking up the MAC-10s, and I'm assuming they're going to be going for another fast-paced play here. Hopefully either towards the B site, but the A site worked just as fine. They were shut down twice on B, so maybe A can be the play here with those MAC-10s. Although I do see a distinct lack of flashes here. You're going to need a lot more flashes than just the one on Coffin Ice to really solidify an aggressive push here. But I believe they have a plan, and they are all grouped up for a B rush. Right.
That's where they're all pointed.
It's too perfect.
They are all pointed, and they are all headed up the stairs. Now it's a foot race. Who can get where? And at what timing? OneCon, immediate molly. That's going to slow down their efforts considerably. The smoke comes out, drops the nade. It may be too late. One comes out. He finds one. He's running around while shooting. He won't find more than one. And Keljo's in place trying to find one. Not happening. This is that shot. And muffed window smoke kind of does its job. Not really. And we are set up for a 4 versus 4 retake. Nade going into bench, dealing a light amount of damage. They're all coming from the market side. They've got nobody pushing from Cat. They're all pushing from one direction. Synthronix gets out Pirate. Arts nails him through the smoke. What a shot! And now we're going to see Covey try and find this kill. He does. Takes him down through the smoke. Now 3 versus 3. Keljo trying to clear bench. Quick scope, not there. Trying to find it again. Coffin Ice fighting for his life, and it won't matter. Covey with 3 kills in a round will defend his teammate long enough. And will the defuse come in? He's got it! What a play from Notorious and Covey. Picks up the off to boot. ABW take the lead back at 4-3.
That was some good damage from the Nade stack, though. Getting the bomb plant down and killing 3 of the players. Sponge's Law coming into effect there. Their money's not going to be looking too good, you know, as these rounds progress. They have a lot more money to buy up there. They have enough for possibly one more buy with someone having to elect for an MP9 there. But with that being said, they are now going to be looking to just upgrade pistols here, maybe upgrading one gun. Yep, just a MAC-10. Going for another fast-paced play. Trying not to invest too much, but hoping to do a lot of damage here once again. Hopefully to win out the round as they saw last round. But a good play overall. The lack of kit was scary for Notorious, but nonetheless, still a good round.
Synthronix holding for this flash again. Cleary's going to hold this flash. I don't think this is a contact play. I think that this is a palace pop, and that smoke comes at just the right time. They're all sprinting out like fish in a barrel. Notorious collects 3 before he goes down, and Synthronix finds 1, and Keljo takes the last. Arch, the only NAN member to find a kill that round, and Synthronix and Notorious come apart 5-3.
That's a difficult call to make, right? Especially for the Nade stack. The last rush worked out really well, and the second attempt on the A site was completely shut down. It's really hard to formulate a plan around that because one round it did work, another round it didn't. It's going to be really hard for the Nade stack to really bounce back, especially that they have lost a couple of rounds in a row. But they're back in for the guns here. A good flash. Barely missed the shot here. A nice touch to the wall there by Arch.
Yeah, Arch nailed him through the wall. Top mid duel comes out. Eljo's the worst for wear. And the T's have mid control. One gun's pushing into apps here. This might come into effect later in the round if he elects to keep going. But from what it looks like, he just wants to sit still. Tubby will not take any burn damage from that Molotov somehow. That really looked like it should have burned him, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one. Tubby, watching for any window aggression. Window aggression is coming. But does... Oh, that's a big tell. That noise cue just gave away their entire spot. And Arch pushing into ladder, head sticks up from Khan. Notorious drops him, takes him off, tries to get back into CT, and he will. That second shot is a very big gamble, and one Khan has got it with a flank. And now Jazzy just collects the bomb. 5 versus 3 now, as ABW will find themselves another kill. It's Covey on the A1S, dropping Arch. And it's Jazzy just an amped all alone in underpass. And they've got one Khan to deal with. And he's fallen all the way off here. 30 seconds left. They're going to have to commit to B. And I think ABW might realize this. No, they've only got one guy watching the B site. If they drop him on the jump spot, there's nobody close enough to try and deny this play. But I think this might just be a save. 15 seconds, and they're both hiding in house. I think this is just looking like a save. We'll see ABW go up 6-3.
Yeah, a really good there push by one Con. I mean, that's one of the things that a lot of players, that are new to CS, really have a hard time grasping. Right, when you lose one piece of map control, you have to get aggressive on the other. There might be a lurk, there also might not be. It's why the T side always has a default where they have one aggressive lurk, and then when they pull that aggressive lurk somewhere else to really bait that rotation and keep those feet planted. So one Con really winning out the round there, getting that kill from behind, but as well as, a couple of other players over towards the A side, getting the kills that were necessary, really funneling them into where they wanted them to go. Whether it was intentional or not, it's how you're supposed to be playing that CT side. You want to funnel the T's to work in tandem with your playbook, not the other way around. You never want to play.
Absolutely, and Keljo winning the off duel in mid. That's going to help out ABW even more. NAN on the back foot here at the end of this first half. They will take cat control as a consolation prize, but Keljo is still here. Won't find the shot. Levy Wonder drops him 4 versus 4. One gun, that smoke is going to buy him some time, but now he's got to be ready. Bomb starts going down, finds the headshot. Will not find the second, but he's bought enough time for his teammates to get there. That Markham Ollie is too late. Covey's already passed it. Swinging the door. Jazzy just finds the head. And once he find another one as Notorious drops Clevey through the window. Notorious expecting some door presence, does clear it all the way. That's his second kill in the round, but they need one more to make this happen. Synthronix and Notorious. Synthronix finds the kill. Headshot, quick and easy. And ABW are up 7-3.
Yeah, very aggressive play there by Jazzy Jess, getting that first kill, but then opting to stay a little bit more, especially after your teammate just got killed by an op. Ideally, you want to fall back and play with your teammate and play that time. Really force him to clear out that angle. They were peeking just a little bit too wide. Really couldn't hide behind anything besides the fridge, but even then, your shoulder is going to be spotted there. So just falling off there, playing with the time, playing with the bomb, playing with your teammate to really force the CTs to have to clear out every single angle and be aware and afraid of a crossfire on that B bomb site, which is brutal. Any sort of B site crossfire that it can hold, especially with time on the line, it's going to be really big for them. Nice opening play here for the first one, a nice aggressive molly to prevent any A rushes, and they are all stacked up here, Crash.
Yeah, I think what's been really killing them so far in this late first half is their lack of map control, right? They're all going places together at once, and while you do have command advantage on whatever site you're executing, that lack of map control, that lack of presence is going to start telling the CTs exactly where you're going, and you can see it right here, right? They've got 3 guys on the A site here. They only have 2 guys in the advantage on a site that they're about to fully execute, and one of their avenues is smoked off. This is not an advantageous situation for NA Nades right now, and you can see them kind of hesitating because of it. They're waiting for these smokes to fade, but they're just going to keep coming. And with 1:05 seconds left, there's nowhere else for them to go, because look at top mid. Akeljo's there. There's nowhere else for them to go. They have to commit to a bomb site that is not advantageous for them to try and take. And as a result, this round could get spicy for them. More util and noise cues being made. Notorious finds the first. It's Coffin Eyes. Jazzy Jess is out of Palace. Punchy's blind. Notorious finds another. And Synthronix takes down Cleavy, Synthronix takes down Arch, and Notorious will find Jazzy Jess as the A site anchors to work once again. ABW is up 8-3.
Yeah, really winning the mental game. Just that those last couple of rounds there, right there, were just completely dominant. Barring that defuse, but so far, yeah, they've been having more than 3-4 players alive and just straight up winning out the rounds by just pure kills and having some really good timings, right? Surely the innate sec are going to be aware now that Synthronix has a very similar play. They're going to be holding that flashbang for anyone trying to come out from ramp with a CT player spotting it. A good tag onto Covey from that bottom ramp player, but nothing to bring home there. Spam through the smoke as a Killjoy, and now they're grouping up towards a B-site crash. It's looking like just a one and done.
Might be. This fight's important. One con. Again, really, really smart from these CTs. And as I say that, he will jump back out there, try and find the kill. Cleavy Wonder shuts him down, muffs the get right smoke. And as a result, he'll have to watch it with his body. Minute 21. Coffin Eyes. Oh, that smoke is big. Deep market door. That's going to be really hard for the CTs to play around. He sees one going tired. It's been called out. But Arch elsewhere drops Synthronix in mid. And now it's just these three guys all stuck in market. Coffin Eyes taking some damage here. I think he may call for another smoke if his team is able to have one. They're out. And oh my god, Cleavy Wonder nails it with a Khalil. Coffin Eyes finds Notorious. And he has eyes on the last one. Won't find the shot. Covey will try and find it. Takes down Orange.
Wait.
Takes down another. Covey, this is unbelievable. The way he gets this, but he's going to do so much damage there at the end of the half. Oh my god, what a play that was from Covey. But Nade pull things together by dropping one con at the start of the round. They will bring us to an 8-4 half.
That was very chaotic towards the end of that round crash. I mean, Covey picking up 3 kills was huge. Had it just been a little bit earlier, had the nade stack just gotten a little bit too aggressive early on, before as the bomb was planted there, Covey could have definitely won it and had the clutch of the season. What is it, 1v5, and they know exactly where he is, and he's tagged down by SMGs, AKs, and AWP. It would have been a clip worthy of a CSC montage, hopefully coming in soon, courtesy of our media team, our content. Believe it's our content subcommittee. But yeah, now swapping the halves. Now the first one are going to be attacking, and they're going to be defending. Synthronix can no longer toss that bottom palace flash, so it's going to be a little bit more fluid here for the T side as they are splitting up here, and a similar opening, but it's a cat split now for the first Sun. BD is close up.
Oh, this is getting dicey. Spam through both. That's going to give away what they're trying to do. Amped is in position, misses the first shot, and he will not hit the second. One con is there, takes him down. Coffin Eyes bangs Synthronix through the smoke, but it looks like Jazzy Jess will get one, but not two. Covey trades around, and now we've got ourselves a 3 versus 3. Notorious is waiting in ladder room, and I don't think Coffin Eyes is going to see this one coming. He's got a deagle on a pistol round. It's grotesque. Notorious drops him with no hesitation. That man had a family, and Notorious said they're next. Quarter of the time off the bomb. Cleavy Wonder trying to drop the man bench, unsuccessful in the 3 versus 2. Trying to make this retake happen, but they're given a lot of opportunities. If I was to tease here, I would just be sitting and playing passively, but then again, I retired a season ago, so I don't know much about modern Counter-Strike, but I do know a lot about Deagles in the pistol round. Notorious shuts him up and sits him down. ABW are up 9-4. What a move!
I mean,
holy, I'm speechless.
Not only is it a power move, it's an ego move. Buying a deagle on pistol round is already troll enough for an MM game or a face-it pug, but to do it in an official and to really dominate, get 3 quick headshots and one with a nice flick at the end, I think it just shows that Notorious is very aggressive and really confident in how this game is going to be playing out so far. But the game isn't fully over yet until someone hits 13.
Ooh, Stair Smoke comes out. Looks like a pretty standard A take here for ABW. Looks like Nade just electing to fall off the site and try and play together a few spams. Ooh, trying to jump over the smoke, but they're getting spammed out. They can't even jump on top of each other. Can't have anything in Detroit as the Killjoy's going to be waiting for when this smoke fades. CT smoke fades now. One con finds one. Will not find the second. He's getting spammed from all other positions. Killjoy's got one. Notorious has 2 with a Mac 10. And it's Arch all alone. Won't find one. It's one con again. 2 kills in the round for him. 2 for Notorious and 1 for Akeljo to put ABW on double digits.
Now this is where the economy now starts to get even weirder, right? The Nades like have enough for a buy. If they were to lose this, First Son are now up to 11, and they are forced to save or force into it and have to play to give away match point to the First Son. So this round is crucial. If they were to win this cleanly, it really bodes well for their economy and for the mental, especially if they can chain the rest of these rounds together here. Another split opening here, 3 towards A from the First Son, and an aggressive mid take from the Nades that gives I Am March.
And now, Akeljo, big kill in mid. Won't find the second arches there. Makes the play and the trade. And that might be what NAN needs. Look at the CT mid control. But as a result, their other sites are weak, but they may not be weak enough as Clevey Wonder picks him apart with a double. Notorious drops him, but at the cost of his own life. Tamped. OneCon answers back, but it's now a 2 versus 1. Arch burns a lot in the Molotov there. Certainly not doing him any favors. And as a result, OneCon's going to get the bomb. Now what happens? Minute 5. Left to go sitting. They're just waiting. And I wonder, how long is it going to take? Who is going to make the first mistake?
Here's where it comes down to how the Nades like play. They're playing together here, right? They want to play together. They don't want to give the bomb site, but they also don't want to play on opposite sides together. They don't want to be isolated. That's the main reason why a lot of these clutches go the way of a player. They isolate the 1v1s and they play it to perfection here. So they're just going to be watching for angles here. Quick for rotates for both of these players here to get onto the site, and they are watching. And even if the bomb plant does go down, they can easily retake it together. But sound cue being made. I Am Arch is now calling for it.
Big play. He's going to swing out, but OneCon's ready, and he's so low on health. This is doable. If Jess can't swing this in time, this is doable, but it's not. Jazzy Jess is there just in the nick of time. OneCon can't get the gun up, and as a result, NAN will cut the lead in half at 5.
A good round there for the Nades to win. Wasn't cleanly, but they still have 2 players left, and they have a good amount of utility to bring into the next round. They don't have to really reinvest for the rest of these grenades that they're going to be buying here. They can even drop one over to someone who can't really afford to buy an M4 of their own, even with the new economy changes, making the M4A4 now $3,000, I believe. So, yep, going to be dropping guns all across the board here. But the First Son have a lot of money to work with, too. They're bringing out an op for Akeljo. A lot of utility and AKs for the First Son. So, it's going to be another hard-fought battle for the Nades to really keep chaining these rounds together and bring it to either to overtime or win it out here in an incredible reverse sweep.
Absolutely. We'll have to see. And another thing I do want to bring attention to, Clevey Wonder getting a double on the site in that last round. If he doesn't do that, if he only gets 1 or even worse, 0, that's a 3v2, 2v2. That round would go much different, and in the smoke is Arch. Just on the edge of it, OneCon had no idea, and he pays the price. NAN again with the entry frag, but it's quickly expanded upon as Coffin Eyes will drop Notorious. Nade coming out for jungle misses, lands in sandwich. Covey Paranoid of an apps push, excuse me. Minute 9 left to go is Clevey Wonder waiting on ramp. Coffin Eyes. Paranoid of mid. Arch gets dropped elsewhere with 58 seconds left. In the 4 versus 3, Synthronix is looking for the bomb. He's trying to find it. He's got it on his back now. 48 seconds. Coffin Eyes is going to see Covey first here. Nading under is Akeljo. That gives it away. He's now on the site trying to draw as much attention as he possibly can away from his teammates in mid. Amped, sitting on Cat. If this does, oh, it's not a smoke, it's a flash. That is huge. I think NAN have got this locked up. They absolutely have to take a fight in order to get anywhere on the map. And Covey, back turned, wrong place, wrong time. Synthronix may find the trade here. Another flash comes out, Amped jumps out, and Akeljo takes 1. It's Coffin Eyes, but Amped will drop Synthronix in kind. And Clevey Wonder drops Akeljo. NAN, 2 in a row to make it 6.
And they're winning them more convincingly, Crash. Last round, it was a hard-fought battle. I Am Arch, and I believe it was Jazzy Jess that had to play for the rotate, playing watching each other's back, not trying to leave a gap in their defenses there. going for the retake as one con was coming to plant the bomb. This round, it was a clean sweep. It was 3 kept alive. They had a couple of kills, but they were quickly traded, and they were aggressive with their space. We had, I believe it was I Am Arch and Underpass playing behind the smoke. One-way smoke don't exist, but we can still play around them in the way that they can. So, if they keep this up, they can look to come back pretty easily.
Well, that molly is off center, but they are going to elect to fall back. That was supposed to be a B rush, and Amped hearing that underpass movement. Oh, they're faking the drop. They're faking the drop, and as a result, I think they're going to try and maybe guess for underpass here. But Coffin Eyes is wise to it. He knows exactly what's happening here. I think he may have heard them run back up the stairs after they dropped. And with 1:15 to go, he's in perfect position. They are locked where they're at right now. And similarly to what we saw for Nan's pistol round, ABW, on the contrary, are locked in apps here. There's nowhere they can go without taking a fight, and the time is ticking. They have to make a decision. And it looks like they're going to be leaning towards a B-side execute. Notorious dropped. And as a result, that is going to take their options away from them. They are going to start sprinting out now. One jumps out. Van, it's Jazzy Jess. Oh, there's somebody on the B site. They all left. They're going to get the bomb plant for free. What in the world happened there? Gap, a chink in the armor. Looks like Jazzy Jess is going to make 2 kills there. Quick work. Coffin Eyes and Jazzy Jess cleaning up right there, but allowing ABW to get that bomb plant down. Whew. That could have been much worse.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Calvin Eyes pushing in behind them, but was worried that there could have been a timing, which is why the Nade stack left the B side completely empty. They saw one player trying to leave and baiting for that rotation, and they call it out. Hey, he's leaving A, or he's leaving B, leaving the B apartments, the TV room. They have to be going area A, at least stacked up around that ramp. They could have called the timing. That's what a good teammate does in terms of communication. They tell you what they're doing and what could possibly be going on based on whether a missed timing or based off of a hunch. And it didn't work out in their favor, but they still ended up winning the round anyway. So nothing too much lost there for the Nade stack. But the comeback is coming now for them, and the Browns are getting closer.
Absolutely. The momentum is starting to snowball here. Well, 1:30 left to go. We'll have to see. This is a very, very pivotal round here because look again at the T's money. They are almost broke. It's going to take a miracle for them to not be completely empty next round in terms of money. Nobody's watching Palace here. Cleveland could get walked out on. Now there is one watching, and Notorious has been seen. That's Arch taking that shot. And with 1:03 to go, Clevie Wonder waiting on apps. Tuvy will be the man to take first contact from Tetris. Sees him, but it's not enough. Swings out, gets a headshot. Notorious trades. Coffin Eyes spamming the Palace doorway. One con sitting, watching, waiting for CT. Bombs going down. 4 versus 4 retake, ladies and gentlemen. This is Counter-Strike at its finest. And we're going to see a big play right there. Coffin Eyes is going to get dinked. He's down, but he's not out. But who is out is Jazzy Jets. One con has got the kill, drops the head, and now just over half the time on the bomb remaining. Oh, big nade. Notorious drops Coffin Eyes with a baseball from hell. And Amped will drop one con as a result. 3 versus 2. Do the CTs even go for this at this point? Is it even possible? Akeljo drops 1. Arch drops a 2nd, and he's going to run away with the AWP. And I think this is heard. As a result, the 2 remaining members of ABW are going to escape.
Good clean round of Counter-Strike there from the first Sun, really to break that chain of rounds by the Nade stack, and just a really simple and solid execute. They waited out a couple of smokes there. The Nade stack weren't really going aggressive for mid or apps control. We saw in the early rounds, which is their downfall here. They were playing a little bit too passive. They were playing by window, by con, and just around the apps area, around Van. No space was taken, so the quick rotates weren't going to be there for them, as well as the first Sun getting some really good kills. Kobe with a good clear on to Clevie Wonder there in Palace was really the defining factor. Clevie Wonder was such in a power position and didn't really do much for them here. So the first Sun up to 11 and hopefully wanting to win out just to get match point.
We'll have to see. It was hard fought, and then again being on the CT side, their CTs looked much better than their T side. And it's going to have to be much better. It's going to have to be at least 8 rounds better if they want a chance of winning this game. With a minute 22 to go, everybody's just kind of sitting, waiting, watching. B app's positioning has been taken. These footsteps are heard by Amped, and Jazzy Jess is ready and waiting for bench. Finds one, looking for the second, won't find it. It's Covey on the trade. And now bomb goes down on the B side, swinging from Get Right there. All the kills going ABW's way. Aya March finds one as a consolation prize, but Coffin Eyes goes down. And now it's Arch. Oh, big kill from Covey to put ABW on match point. What a play it was, man. They just walked onto the site like it was theirs and took it for themselves.
Yeah, just really good shots being hit overall there. Jazzy Jess had a really good position there. Even with the flash coming in, no one really cleared them out. So the first one made a bit of a mistake there, and it could have costed them. It just didn't. So they got just a smidge lucky there, but the rest of the shots came in cleanly, especially like Keljo with that late lurk towards mid, getting that quick scope in. But now the fast A play is going to be coming in somewhat fast, I believe. One Con just getting hyper aggressive here. A, oh, it spots the head.
Spots him! Ivy Wonder goes down. That has got so many implications, and the jungle smoke is just now popping. A minute and a half left to go, and the A site's completely fallen. NAN is not in the man advantage. They will equalize with an insane kill through smoke from Coffin Eyes. More utility bouncing into connector. Notorious taking damage. And now things will quiet down. But they're about to pick back up as Jazzy Jess from Ticket. Front fight rages in front of stairs. And we'll see more kills come out. It's Coffin Eyes. He's got it fooling around. Amp's got one as well. They're trying to drop the Ram Man. Notorious finds one from CT. Won't find two. They're all down. And they got to get on the bomb. It's just to defuse. And wait a second. Is there going to be enough time?
There should be enough time. More than enough time.
Yeah, she's got
I believe the first one.
And NAN are up to 8. It's not going to be as easy as we thought. ABW haven't won yet. You can win as many rounds as you want, but you still got to get that 13th.
Absolutely agree there, Crash. But to really point for the first sun there, they were playing really too up inside the smokes, right? No real cover. And I'm not sure what the communication was, but certain angles were just left completely open to the players. Some people were walking into angles that were being watched by the CTs, or some players just weren't watching angles at all and just playing to play for time there. So you really have to communicate where you want your players to be and what angles you guys are watching if you guys are going to be playing that far up into the smokes there. But even so, you should have at least a couple of players who are going to be playing the bomb, but also being there to willingly support the rest of the team. But they are not going to be having a lot of SMGs, 3 SMGs, and a Krieg onto 1Con and a Scout on a Keljo. And they're looking like an A-pop. And the sole defender is Cleavy Wonder, who has to come up huge here.
Who's behind him? Coffin Eyes is pushed all the way through mid. I think that NAN is going to be aware of this. That peek from Palace is going to seal the deal. They got 3 guys ready and waiting to respond, and Coffin Eyes is on the flank. Time is ticking. ABW has to get moving unless they want to get caught from behind here. A minute 5 left to go. They got to start collapsing onto the site. They are waiting too long. Coffin Eyes finds one. It's a Keljo. And now the threat has been seen. They're both stuck in sandwiches. Synthronix and Covey. Synthronix goes down. One falls out of Palace. It's 1Con. Cleavy drops Covey. And now it's Notorious all alone with a MAC-10. Can he do it? Finds the first. It's Coffin Eyes. Can he find the second with the M4A4? He will not. NAN are going to win another round. 9-12.
That's such a weird play for the first one to really not anticipate. Nade have gone aggressive mid, but not so hyper aggressive. They never pushed into despawn, never pushed into TV room, never pushed that far up to mid boxes. It has never been shown, at least throughout the entire half. And the first time they do it, they're not ready for it. So now Synthronix, the in-game leader for the first sun, now has to be aware that the Nade stack can be that far pushed up. And it's another thing for the Nade stack to go in their favor here. And it's looking like another B-rush crash.
Looks like it. It will be slowed down by a double molly. That is a very bold call from NAN. It looks like it's going to work out for him. It's done exactly what it meant to do. Slow down the T's, and they're just kind of freezing and waiting. And again, look at Coffin Eyes. He's pushing mid again. They won't expect it the second time. Minute 20. left to go, and he is still pushing. He's all the way behind him. He sees one holding a smoke. It's one con. They're not going to have the smoke. Their plan has been compromised. They've got two guys running out of apps all alone here. One of them has the bomb. It's Synthronic. Finding one. Finding the second. Jess trying to find a third. Can't make it happen, but Covey drops her with a Tech 9. This round may as well already be over. Amp drops one, and Amp finds a second as well. It's
Now,
that
the
close.
person have to think about it. They really have to think about it now. They've done it twice in a row. These hyper aggressive pushes to take as much map control. We talked about it before, Crash, on stream, and many more to come, and even in the past. CTs is a game about information, playing proactive, and Coffin Eyes being that sole player to really do that much, gather that much info is huge for the Nade side. Barring just getting all that information, forcing the rotates now to come in. We talked about it on the first half, forcing the Nade side to play in their CT playbook. Nade side are doing just the same for them.
Here we go. Minute 40. And again, ABW has to try and slow down the momentum, but it snowballed too much. Coffin Eyes pushing mid for a third round in a row, drops Synthronics and runs away like nothing happened. Notorious getting tagged right there through the wall. That is a really good guess from Arch, and a minute 20 left to go once more. Molly coming out. And again, this is a really, really bold call from Akeljo. His barrel was sticking out. That was Arch trying to wait and have it. One con drops Amped. Now 4 versus 4. Minute 3 left to go as the smoke is in place, but Coffin Eyes misses the kill. One con lives to fight another day. Trying to find around the edge of the smoke. Akeljo barely sees him, but they're all just missing by a smidge, and Akeljo drops Coffin Eyes. 4 versus 3 as Notorious baits out another shot from I Am Arch. And now that's, well, I don't even know where that's supposed to land at. It's going to land over by triple. Arch is going to try and pre-fire him again. 34 seconds. Bomb is on the A site. They've got one man over there defending it. His name is Clevey Wonder. He's been there time and time again for NA Nades over the course of this game. Can he be there for 20 more seconds? He has to stop the plant. The jungle smoke is in play. Arch trying to make his way back around through CT. The bomb will go down. And in the 3 versus 3, who'll fall first? The answer is one con. Clevey drops him. Second kill in the round for him. And he's looking for more. Arch paranoid of mid, but he turns his back. He turns his back. Akeljo drops him. That is unbelievable. Akeljo, a double kill right when they needed it most. And Clevey Wonder is all alone. Can he pull off another clutch? This is a 1v2. No, he won't. Covey drops him dead where he stands. 13 to 10. ABW take the game. Woo! What a play and what a finish.
I mean, it really just goes to show you, it really comes down to those minute details, those last second decisions from each individual player for one person to just completely pop off. Akeljo, throughout the entire series, matter of fact, had some really crucial rounds where that op came into play, getting a couple of either openers, mid-round kills, or closing kills. And that right there was a good closer from Akeljo. That late lurk, hitting the perfect shots, getting the perfect timing on I Am Arch, who cleared connector, didn't see a shadow, didn't see an elbow, only to then turn around and get completely molly from behind, as well as Notorious, who was having some great moments overall, really trying to show off the ego there with that Deagle pistol round. Cut it a little bit too close here, 13-10 scoreline, but nonetheless, still a good game overall, and the first one getting revenge from that playoff game last season there, and hopefully Synthronics is going to be very happy about that.
We'll have to see. Yeah, that was your recruits here. Matchday 9. That was one of 8 games. Check the links in the bio if you are interested in joining this. We'd love to have you. This league is open to everybody, all skill levels, all backgrounds. Whatever games you played before do not matter. All you have to play now is Counter-Strike. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by. Big shout out to you, Nexus, and Cameron King for making this whole thing happen. I am your host, Crash, and we will see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.